Hello folks, welcome to another video. This video is really about the workflow that I use. There was a question asked by David Sanderson, old Dave, who said to me, how do you manage all your video files? How do you know where all your videos are and all the rest of it? And Joe from Climb to Go had mentioned in a live stream he'd done the other day was that he had difficulty managing his files. Well, one of the things I thought I would do, I've been in IT and Telecoms for the best part of 36 years, so I was exposed to quite a lot of this stuff. It was how I manage my video files and how I look after everything and keep it in order so that I can find it when the time comes. So this little video is about taking you through my workflow. It's not a very long video, but hopefully the information inside it will be of some use to you. Let's go and have a look at what happened. So let's get going. I do all my work on the videos on a Windows PC. This is Windows 11. It's been recently upgraded from Windows 10 and it works quite well. I use two bits of software primarily. I use PowerDirector, which you can see up here if you follow the cursor on the left, and you'll see Insta360 Studio to do all my video editing. Let's have a look at my PC. We've got three drives. I've got an SD drive. It's 512 gig for the main C drive. I've then got two 2 terabyte drives for various files. And the work that I do all my work on for video editing is on the multimedia drive, and I'll show you that in 2 seconds. The first thing that I do is I import my videos, and this is part one of how to manage your files. So you can see here this SD card, this is actually the DJI Action 3, and you can see it's just got a folder structure, and you go inside it and you've got your various folders. Now I've just put a little video in there to show you what I do and how I transfer it. It's absolutely nothing actually. So let's go and have a look at the multimedia disk that I said that I had. So you click on that and you can see I've got a file structure inside there, and you'll see this particular one called video for processing, and in here you can see I've got a bunch of different folders. I name my folders apart from new folder up there, which is something else. You'll get to see that in due course. I use the date, I use the bike I'm riding, and generally where I go, and from that I know which videos that where I have it. So they're all split into different ones. So if I go into the April one, and this one, you'll see that's a DJI, and I think that this was up in Arbroath with let's just have a look at that. We'll mute that sound. Yeah, this is going me to Arbroath up to, I haven't processed this one yet, up to a show that was in Arbroath with Jim. Met Jim up there, but you'll see that at some point. So you can see that I take distinct folders, and you can see that I've taken and split them up that way. You can see that I've got some Scarborough, some 360 output. The Motor Museum one, I did that last year, but I've not published it. It wasn't particularly good. Some video from an Action 4. This is when I had Grey Wolves, Michael's Action 4 alone off. So what I do is I create a new folder, and I will do the date. So it's 28 April 24. Let's just say it was a Royal Enfield, and let's just say it was Dundee. Right, just out of interest. So out of that right away I can see I was on the date I was riding the bike that I was riding, and generally where I went. So it's an empty folder. And then what I do, I then take let's go back to this one. I then select all the files. I do Control and X, and what I do is I then Control and V, and there we go, and I've copied it across. Now the files are really small, and that's how it copied really quickly, and you'll see that there's nothing left in the DJI folder. So there's a little bit of information for you. So you can see there what we've got. Now, this new folder actually is the Orkney one that I've just come back on holiday, but it's not motorbike stuff. But so you can see the folder it's there, and straight away I can then go away and take that video, and I can start my processing. So that's file structure for you. And as I work through the videos, I then delete the folder, so I'm not storing anything. When I get the output from my work, from the videos, if I go to my drive multimedia again, you can see I've got a video folder here. And if I scroll through it, you'll see Cyberlink there, and you'll see PowerDirector. And what you'll see, once it loads, because there are a lot of videos in there just now, there we go, you can see all the videos that I've produced. Some of them I have uploaded, some of them have not been uploaded. Scarborough Fair, for instance, that's a personal one. So you can see the output comes to there, and then what I do is I then move my the videos from there onto an external hard drive. So let me just go and plug this in 2 seconds. Alright, so what I've went and done is I've plugged in an external drive. You'll see it down here, a one touch. And on it I've got the Orkney 23 tour, and I've got the Shetland 23 tour, and a couple of other little bits and pieces that are of no consequence. If I dive into the Orkney one, you can see I've divided them up by dates, and then you can see whenever I get an output from a video, they go into that file structure. So all the Orkney videos, the raw material is stored here, and they are the output videos that goes up. So you can see one there, Orkney Retirement Chat. I've not published that one, that's another one. The NT Weather on Tour, I think I might have done that one, and so on. So you can see how I organise it. I organise it in logical fashion so that you can understand where you've got it. Now the drive, the physical drive's written on it is Orkney and Shetland Tour, so I won't forget it. And if I come back up here and have a look at Shetland, you'll see that I've done exactly the same thing. Yeah, you can see the output of the video is there, and then you can actually see the pictures that I've taken on my camera and phone. So I know where to get them. They're all stored. They're all in a safe place, and that's how I do that. So that's file system storage and long-term storage in my workflow. So that's file systems for you, storage of files, and how to organise vast quantities. I've got about 6 or 7 1 or 2 terabyte external hard drives. Most of them are full. Most of them are set up as per year that they were recorded, and then they're divided in by the motorcycle that I was riding. So I can fairly easily put my hands on videos as I require. So now we move into how I process this stuff. So PowerDirector is the one that I normally go to. We open it up. This is the PowerDirector screen that comes in, and you can see that I've got various other bits and pieces files that I've recently opened. So let's click on the most recent one, which is going to be the one that you'll eventually get to see with this recording on it. So I have templates set up for all different types of things so that I don't have to redo it again. So you'll recognise if I stop this and click on that, you will see my standard template, and all I do is I click on a little bit. I change the date, so I've already put the date in on this one. What I'll have to do on this one though is I will have to amend this one to, I'm not riding a Royal Enfield, but you get I've got one for the Royal Enfield, I've got one for the Hondas, each of the Hondas as well. But and simply about having templates ready that helps your workflow. It makes you go quicker, makes things work out easier. So what I do, I'm not going to go through this program with you. I just go to multimedia, I go to the videos for processing, I take my videos, and then I take the first one and lock it in, and then I'm not going to show you the start of that because it shows you where I'm living. Don't want to do that. Let's have a quick there we go, we're on the road. And then all I do is I do a bit of editing. I work through it, and that's how I work through the workflow, where I'm actually working through making a video. So it's about editing. You go through it, you check what it is. I'm going to turn the volume down on this. I don't want to not make the noise. So it goes through, it clicks through, you do your editing, cut and pasting, and then once you're happy with it, I got caught in a rush hour traffic that night, which is a blinking nightmare. Anyway, you then go to export. You then select, once again I've got a template for exporting, you name it there, and then you start your export, and your export will end up as I've already showed you in this folder here. That then goes and is uploaded to YouTube. I review it, set all the bits and pieces, and that's my workflow. So I can get through videos quite quickly. This is not about cutting or editing videos, this is more about the workflow, the storage of big files. And I'm hoping that some of my knowledge gained in over 36 years in the telecoms and IT industry, having to manage files and all that good stuff, is at least a little bit useful for those who may need some assistance. Alright, I hope you find this interesting and useful. Leave some comments if you've got any questions and I'll try and answer them. Alright, thanks for watching. We'll see you again. Bye bye.